All right, see what we got here. I guess we clocked in. Okay, okay. That's good. Okay, you have a little thing going on here. What's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure having you guys here. I go by the name of Lespri. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, what I do as a spiritual healer is that I help you to become Christ like, Buddha like, Krishna like, whatever like, well, not, in terms of those religious aspect. Um, and that's what I meant by whatever like, right? And ultimately, what that means is that I help you to become aware of yourself, to attain the highest level of understanding about who you are. And that's exactly what those people were. And that's what they represented. And in turns, they turn around and, to giving us their testimonies and also letting you know that, yes, you too can do it. And that's the whole idea of Jesus dying for you. Okay, so what it means is, it's not that you don't have to do anything. It means if God, and again, the only Son of God, come and die for you, what are you going to do for you? If you see the movie, The Book of Eli, when Eli, whatever, passed away, then the lady took on the responsibility, the path. She was learning. That was her training day. To be honest, that movie should have been called Training Day because that was her training. And as she did that, you know what I'm saying? And then, she was able to get on her own path because now she had witnessed it. Now she knows it could be done, and has been done. That's why Jesus died for you. Not that you have nothing to do, or when you fall and then you could cry and then you forgive. No, 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 no. That doesn't even make sense. That in itself doesn't make sense. Like Christ died for you, and then you fall short, and then it's fine because he already did it for you. No, 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 no. You fall short, get your ass up, keep going. That's what his teaching was. Keep his commitments. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, don't fall short. Or if you do, well, keep going. See, you guys are looking at it from a whole different perspective. It's not taking away your power. Christ is giving you, is empowering you. To empower you, I mean, somehow you would have to do it yourself, meaning you would have to use his energy and now make it your own. This is why the word has to be made flesh. You have to become a practitioner, which you're already doing that, by the way. All you need to do is to change your perspectives, and that's where I come in. As a spiritual healer, I help you with that perspective. Just to make that switch. That's 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 usually what it is, because you already got it. Same thing, like when people talk about the power of manifestation, or not even power of manifestation, you can manifest. Like, you should know. You already, if you live in a fucked up life with a fucked up state of mind, you already manifested that, nigga. I guess the hardest thing for a lot of people is to acknowledge that you have already manifested this. So then what you're doing is to switch that. This is when you can't want a new situation, when you still, you know what I'm saying? You can't put new wine into an old wine bottle. That's what you know what I'm saying? But this is referring again to you, your transformation. And it is a transformation. The reason why it is a transformation, because you are no longer just looking at yourself from a physical perspective. Now that you have the Christ, the highest perspective, the highest awareness about who you are, you're able to look at yourself past what you look like. In other words, you're able to delve into your own darkness, that now you're coming out with the light, which is truly who you are, your essence. That is a transformation. Because what's going to happen here from that moment on, like, you'll never see things the same again. I mean, things will still be physical, but you'll see the energy behind it. And this is what the whole experience is all about, you becoming new, meaning you just switching that perspective. It's not how much you know, but it's how you're looking at it. This is why this is not a quantity game. It's a quality game. Life is about quality. Never quantity. But in essence, these are the things that I help you to see. And now you need awareness now because those are the regular shit that we are looking at, but yet we don't have a deeper understanding of them. You're still looking at it from a surface perspective. This is why you are blind. When you see the movie, like I can't recall what it is, but the closer you look, the more you don't see. That's because you're just looking with these eyes. And there's nothing spooky about what I'm saying. There's more to you. Even when we talk about life, what we're really talking about is not the tree and the shit that you see outside of you. It's the experience, is it not? You gotta make up your mind, man. These are the things that you need to become conscious of. That's why the name of the game is consciousness. It's already around you. You have to be. This is where, for you to become aware of it, this is where you would have to somehow dismantle your old beliefs and really see things for what they are. As you, in turn, oh man, it's the transformation, the mechanical things that's taking place. As it's just unbelievable. It's magical. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. If this is your first time, as you can see, you are welcome, motherfuckers. That's what we do here. We break bread. We help each other. We are the light for one another. Do you understand that? Like, I mean, we are serving one another. I'm serving you. I'm just your teacher's teacher now. I know my place. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I want to shout out the other ones who are doing their work. Every work is needed. Because ultimately what all of this is doing is somehow giving you something you didn't have. But you also got to be careful because there's also illusion that is being taught as well. It's taking away your vision, and that's what illusionists do. Your energy vampires, the people who has to lie, that's what they do. They create illusion on top of the illusion you already have. But a lot of that comes from them because they don't know who they are. And the lack of accountability. So again, this is all spiritual, it's all mental. And when we speak of life, that's what we talk about, the experience, the mental. And that's important for you to understand. That's why if you understand that, then your state of mind is everything. Your perspective, your mind, you should be guarded that shit like a motherfucker. Like vote, like and all that shit, because that's your shit. But then again, it requires awareness. You would need to get there. You have to wake up to that. And what I do as a spiritual healer, I'm holding that mirror so you could adjust your sight. Or I have a certain way of giving you the sight too. I say la luna. hmm So, mm, that match is hitting different. Man, all of that earthy shit that I'm just getting out of it now. Mm, let's take one more sip, baby. hmm Let's get grounded. Let's get grounded. Let's ground it. Let's ground it. So, in essence, that's what I do, right? So how do I go about doing that? I go about doing that now by helping you to become mentally and emotionally balanced. What that is because these different aspects of yourself has to do with how you see life. Your emotions can block your vision. So if you understand that, your emotions are not as unnecessary or as petty as some of you guys try to make it seem like. When you become aware of certain things and how you operate, then you realize a lot of things are just like they say, nothing is light to a great mind. Nothing is little when you have a great mind because you understand the little, everything that the details plays a big part. This is why people would ask you, who you are is what you do on a regular basis, man. That's the detail, nigga. But anyway, because a lot of these things, for you to attain that highest level of consciousness or of awareness, then you would have to check your emotions because your emotions can either add to your vision or it could take away from your vision. That's what you see when people are mad, it's like, or too happy too. Either or. Again, those are just emotions. Like they go up and down. It's how you handle it. But that comes with understanding. But not just that, your emotions are also messages. They are energy. It's an energy field. That's why you need to get in touch with it. You feel me? But then again, these are things, and even the words that I just used, by saying energy field, if you're not conscious, meaning you're not aware of these things, then it's just another whatever. But yet, it's a great. You fuel from that. Your whole being is based on your emotions, then your intellect, I should say. But since we're addressing the emotion now, but what I'm also saying is to show you how important your emotion is. Suppressing your emotion, that's not how you become emotionally balanced. It's not how at all. In fact, suppressing your emotion, you are hurting your own self. And the self that is hurting the self can even see that you are hurting yourself. Isn't that crazy? This is why, man, listen, man, I'm taking off for a second, right? And this is why, man, listen, man, ultimately, this is what it comes down to mental illness and your sanity. That's why, for me, spirituality is a practical shit. I'm not reading because I want to talk about, check out this author. Oh my God. Did you see his styles? The way he speaks? APA style. What did you notice about this author? How did you? All of that too. I don't want to belittle that part. But if you're doing it just for that, that's where you stuck, man, you missed the whole magic. And generally, the magic, it's exactly where you're looking at it too. Ah, man. Anyway, let's slow it all the way down. Oh my God. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is why self-mastery, truly, when you become sane or when you become godlike, you become the true Illuminati, you become in harmony with yourself. People who've been hurt, they hurting other people. They're truly hurting themselves because they were already hurt. If they can't see it. And here's something else too. This is something else about this reality you have to acknowledge. There is a life within this life. There's a consciousness within this consciousness. This is why the wise one tells you, hey, listen, man, you got to learn how to look past your eyes. What makes it wisdom? Because now you understanding life is not everything that you see. And guess what? The Indian called this world Maya. That could have been like, that's why I fuck with all of them because each one of them address it a certain way, but that certain way adds on. That's why for me, there's certain things I'm gonna say this way, then certain when, certain things I like when the Buddhist says this better, or the Christian says this better, or the Gnostic says this, in a certain way that I like it better, I make it work for me, which is what you're supposed to do for you. The knowledge is there to serve you, but you would have to become that light to realize that, But then again, it's consciousness is the name of the game. You see how many things you have to become aware of. And when we use the word wake up to, like I know for me, that's when I realized, oh, everything was around me. I'm waking up to shit around me. That's truly what we all doing. You know what I'm saying? That's like you being, in the middle of the fucking. If you see that movie, when that was a channel movie too, or was it The Predator? You know what I'm saying? Being over here, that's what you're here for. It's the lesson, the understanding, the illumination. That's what makes you that's how you become Christ-like. That's why Christ came to save you. That's the understanding for now for you could so you could save yourself. You have to become the knowledge, the wisdom. But anyway. So I mean, this is all part of it too. I mean, oh man, man. I mean, I can't stress on that enough, man. There's no other way, man. The thing is, you on the other side. I mean, you already know, like, just like I was saying, you don't have a manifestation issue. The issue that a lot of us go, and this is why you're gonna have to go through the transformation. This is why it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be all of that because we all landed in fucking war zones. And as now you waking up, realizing what your powers are, you gotta remove yourself from where you are. And this is the transformation. This is when now, as you becoming smart, then you realize other people are trying to hold you down. This is when all of this shit is taking place. And then you realize now they seen you becoming the light. They're like, who the fuck you think you are? Nah, man, be a loser like us. You know what I'm saying? That niggas got AIDS would be better to see me have AIDS when I didn't do what you did, but then you would be happy. Haters. Oh, they do exist. Oh, man, the worst kind. Their spirits stink too, man. Like, oh, man, like well, I don't want to say this gift is a curse, but hey, yeah, at times. Well, not necessarily a curse. I wouldn't say a curse, but exactly, this is what I'm going to be talking about today too, man. The power of opposition. You know what I'm saying? The power of opposition. Why we need good and bad. And the reason why you don't want to think from a perspective of good versus bad. Because you need both of them. You need both of them. And if you understand that you need both of them, then I don't want to say, then what is good and what is bad have a whole different definition for you now. What is good, what is bad for me is a lack of harmony. Because now, and here's something else too, to become Christ like, you would need to adopt a Christ like mentality. And as you adapt it, this is where now it's going to take form in you, it's going to grow within you. That's why this knowledge, you got to give it time. Just like the tree grow, you're going to grow like that too. as long as you're still watering your garden, so to speak. And this is what a lot of us know, the wise farmers, because now we're taking accountability, not to take accountability to blame ourselves, but we understand, yo, everything I do has to do with me. Even the things you don't believe in, it's you, nigga. Fuck. Somebody else don't believe in it, it's you. When you truly understand that, then you're like, damn, man, you are the way, regardless of how you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to deal with that yourself, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You could call me evil. That's not what Jesus said, but at the end of the day, it's you. It's all of us. Good or bad, our decision we make, what we didn't learn, what we learned late, what we learned early, whatever the fuck. This is why you also have niggas that came from the hood. They stick to school. They play basketball like Shaq. He told you that, yo, he's from Trenton, right? A lot of shit's happening in Trenton. That's not what he was doing. But he from there too. You know what I'm saying? It's you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not to say that you will not be influenced, but even the word being influenced requires you to allow it. This is why listen, man, the devil cannot get into your house. He always knocks. The devil always knocks. When you understand that, then the devil has no power. I mean, not just understanding that or saying it, repeating it. But if you're going to repeat this, make sure you understand it. Repeat it understandably. Because everything has already been said, to be honest. But the way we're saying it, you need to say it, like you mean it. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Now going back to your emotions has an impact on how you see things. Obviously, the mental, you guys already know, with the logic and all that shit. All that shit is precision. It's a measure of how you see things. Now, women, for the most part, they don't use logic. That doesn't mean they stupid. This is what a lot of people sometimes, man, you got to get it together. It's just different measure, but of the same thing. And this is what I'm going to be talking about today, too. Not just masculine, feminine, but opposites, good and evil, having money and being broke. You need all of this shit, bro. They don't go against each other, they come together. So, then now we talked about being emotionally balanced now has to do with you understanding your emotions. The pattern, understanding your own emotional patterns. You have to understand that. Oh, this is why I reacted that way. This happened and then I felt that way. This is what the shadow work is. This is where, another way of saying that, if you're talking to, let's just say, a shrink, you know what I'm saying, about your issues, what they talking about, okay, what happened to you as a child, all that shit. And this is what you would see in some movies too. Niggas would say, I could do that myself. You sure you can. That's what Jesus was helping you to do. I'm saying? I mean, not to say, I mean, but yourself is, you're gonna have to do it yourself any fucking way. Whether you are talking to a shrink, because that process, or even them talking to you, is to help you to access it your own self. So whether you get help or whether you do it yourself, ultimately, you're gonna have to do it yourself. Wait a minute, man. What the fuck's my light? Gotta get my smoke, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? We down with the smoke over here. You hear me? All kinds of smoke too. I'm saying, yeah, you want it? Don't even worry. I'll bring it to you. That's how little we are. I mean, little we are. You know what I'm saying? We stay dangerous over here, man. What's up, niggas? So, what the fuck? Hold on. The lighter was here, man. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We got to light some shit up, man. But anyway, I hope you guys are learning so far. But you know what? It's a pleasure for me to share. So it doesn't really matter what you do or don't do. I mean, those who, know. I mean, hey, it's for you, man. It's for you. Okay. And again, I was just saying. I mean, we are serving each other. That's what it has always been. This is why even Jesus told you. And the reason why I'm even saying even Jesus told you, because a lot of people always look at you as being separate from them. So even Jesus told you, because I'm trying to get you to make it yours. If it's not yours, you got nothing. You only got what's yours. If Jesus is yours, well, walk like him, talk like him, bark like him, shit like him. Until you do so, then you're just giving me book references, baby. I mean, you sound good. I mean, you got the knowledge. That sounds good, though. But I mean, how do you come so close just to fail? How do you pick up the book every day? You do all that shit just for you not to become that? That's crazy. That's crazy. I need some. I, you see, I had the answer all this time. It have to be somewhere. I didn't put you anywhere else. Mm. Now I'm gonna put you under my direct supervision. Okay, we got to load up a little bit more. But as I'm doing that, guys, please feel free to take a break. Okay, if you're sitting down, get you a drink. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a little bit of matcha tea over here. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, we are being deeply rooted today. We got the matcha tea, and then in addition to that, we're gonna add a little bit of the herbs. Okay, you got to feed the gods. Okay, those who knows, they know. If you don't know, oh shit, stay tuned, nigga. You might learn something. Okay, but before you do that, you would have to, that's what the transformation is. You gotta let the old belief go, man. Gotta be open to new things, and that's what we're gonna be talking about today. But being open to new things, you know, it's, it's to be balanced. That's truly what balance is. It's not 50-50. It's not a little bit of this and then a little bit of that. But it's you being all of it. You being open to all of it. And there's a wisdom in it. And that's what we're gonna be addressing. But before I do that, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself as I'm, what I'm saying, we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's good with y'all niggas, man? What y'all doing out there, man? Summertime's coming up. Okay, okay, okay. Your motherfuckers getting ready. You getting your beach body ready. Gonna be radiating out there. Oh, it's gonna be hot, man. It's gonna be a hot summer. Man, there's some people, man. Even what it is right now, it's summertime for them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been summertime a few years ago. Hey, listen, man. That goes for everybody, man. Hey, wise farmers, let me tell you, man. This is why you need to become conscious, because now you got to be aware of what you cook. You know what I'm saying? You have some. I'm wilding. I'm wilding. I'm wilding. Huh? Oh no, no. But yes, yes, yes. It's all good. You feel? It's all good. And here's the thing too. Let me do that real quick. You know what I'm saying? I just dumped a little information. Okay, let's bring it back over here. You know what I'm saying? All right, right here, right. Yeah. So, where was I? Oh, hold on. Because I didn't do all this work for no reason. Don't get me fucked up now. Okay. Okay. So, great farmers, man. Again, consciousness, well, that's that truth that's going to set you free, man. Free from material bondage, free from, you know, looking to please others. And the truth is, nobody really gave a fuck anyway. Oh, man. How many times you see a homeless people on the streets, man? Who gives a fuck, man? People will probably, I mean, want to stay away. I mean, it is what it is, man. Embrace that, though. Mhm, 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 mhm. Relax. You know what I'm saying? Drink some tea. A little bit of something, something. You know what I'm saying? Relax. You know what I'm saying? What's up, dog? Mhm, 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 mhm. I'm getting mine, man. Get yours. But anyway, let's go. All right. Gotta get myself ready. You feel me? Mhm, mm. Now, going back to your mental now, or what we call logic for the most reason. I mean, for the most part, obviously, when we talk, speaking of mind control, what that simply means, I know it spooks a lot of people. No, it's not like they looking to convince you or they zap you and then you turn around, you know. Although, if you look at the cartoon, that's what it shows, but you got to understand what it means, though. It's almost like you under a spell. And what that means is simply, it's people telling you to think. What to think. No, no, no. Not telling you to think. I'm telling you to think, but not what to think. The answer is already provided. This is, and then, you come in and fill up the blanks. And even that, you're gonna have to be conscious of that too. That's something you're gonna have to wake up to as well. Do you see? This is why it is what it is. A lot of us been standing alone. That's the way it goes. Hello, can anybody hear me? You are legend out there. This is the wilderness, for lack of better terms. You are all alone. You're all in your own world, man. Now I'm just helping you to master it, man. Become the king of your kingdom, all right? But you gotta seek the kingdom of God, though. And what that means is there's a higher perspective, a higher thinking. So now it's important for you to understand the way the universe think. And what that is the mental aspect of the universe. You rip what you sow. That is a mental aspect of the universe. When you look around, you know what I'm saying, you're looking at nature. This is also symbolic to eating from the tree of life. When you're eating from life lessons instead of, let's just say, what is good, what is bad, the opposition. Because the opposition has a greater purpose. Because for you to become in harmony with yourself, then your masculinity and your femininity, or good and bad, they have to become one. Otherwise, then you have a fragmented mind. Then you have a one-sided perspective. And there are consequences that comes with a one-sided perspective. A one-sided perspective, in other words, is that your vision is not clear. That's like you being too emotional or you being too logical. Either way, it's not clear. And you don't need just a little bit of intelligence and then a little bit of emotion. This is another fucked up way of doing it as well. You need to master both of them because they all work together. A balanced emotion and a mental clarity. Oh man, Nate, you Gucci. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what being healthy. Shout out to Loaded Lux, man. He always talk about this healthy shit. That's what being healthy is all about. Truly being healthy. But this is also a mental sanity. This is why you can only become sane through God, a higher perspective. You seeing things from all angle, but not just one angle. And that's the wisdom of opposition. Like for me, that's why I embrace, man. Like I've always been broke, but I got to a point where I became broke. The only thing that was held together was just me, man. So literally, I am walking through the valley of the shadow of death every fucking day, nigga. All my life, it's been that. Of course, we fear no evil, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we walking on that good leg too, man. Stay on that good feet, man. Mm-hmm. Listen, man, I'm giving you that old thing. That's what you need, that old thing, man, on all levels. Hmm. You gotta respect the power, man. You gotta respect the elders, man. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Respect the words, and you feel your respect by learning about them, man. Then you realize those steps, those rules already was set up for us. Just waiting on you to wake up to it, man. This is where those sacred knowledge comes in now. They've been there, but most importantly, they also resides in you, and they are meant to trigger you to awakening, meaning to this intelligence, to this perspective, to shift your reality to look at it from a godly perspective. And that godly perspective simply means now you are okay. There's a couple things that's taking place that you need to understand. The reason why you need the Holy Spirit is this, is what the Indian also called Godhead. What that is thinking in God mentality. To think in God mentality, what that means at this point, you are looking at your life, or you're looking at the universe for what it is. Meaning, and this is where also the Kybalion comes in too, because it's educating you about the mental aspect of the universe. That's why the very first thing they tell you is that all is mental. Meaning, even when I'm talking to you about life, what I'm truly talking about, it's not the dog, it's not the cat out there, it's the experience. That's the mental part. The way you process life, it's mental. In fact, everything is fucking, that's why you are in a mental institution. This is why you just need to tweak your perspective. How else would you become the illuminated one or being the light of the world? This is all symbolic to you knowing who you are or have attained that level of understanding. You understand what I'm saying? So again, that goes to show you, man, like, so now let's talk about your mental. Well, everything has an impact on how you see things. That's the easiest part. Like, I mean, shit, you see life through your culture. In fact, that's what a culture is. To speak of anybody's culture is how they look at life. It's not just the way they dress. A lot of people are stuck in how they look like, that's just, You know what I'm saying? The aftermath, after the aftermath, the aftermath. That's just, the end result that you're looking at. There's a mentality that comes with a culture. We do this a certain way because we see things a certain way. And that's what you also see if you, let's just say, if you're Buddhist, if you, yes, there's a custom, there's a state of mind, there's a way of, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And when you become part of that, guess what you do? You have to rewire your mind. Either you're saying, okay, that's what we do, you are complying with those guidelines. This is why you have to be in charge of your God, man, believe it or not. The very first thing that a lot of you are praising, which is worth of praise, by the way, not even by the way, so you know. So I'm not going against that. I'm just going against like your lack of understanding of what you're doing. Because you are going to, I mean, if that's the case, because if God is that meaningful, then you should know your God, bro. Because it is your life. If you truly understand what you're saying. Because what's going to make it your life? Because you're going to act it out. That's why I tell the wise one, you choose your own God, bro. Make you choose the, you know what I'm saying? I embrace them all. You know, the wiser you get, then you realize they are all you, all different aspect of you. But then again, this is from looking at it from a bigger perspective. Whenever you look at anything from a one-sided perspective, well, you're going to have a one-sided understanding. Here's the crazy shit. You never see how limited it is. Perfect example. Are you a Democrat or are you a fucking Republican? And if you're a Democrat, what do you mean? Like, do Republican has nothing good at all? Is there anything that you agree with them on? And well, if there is, and then you disagree with them on some other things, why would you even label yourself or dissociate yourself? I mean, isn't that what we all do in life? Yeah, we all agree to disagreement. But it's not just that. But if you're claiming to be this, and then they have some good shit, but you rejecting their good shit, I mean, I'm a collector of goodies. I collect gems. And as far as I know, you know what I'm saying? Jews are Jews, no matter where you go. Even in the fucking desert, it's still Jews. I mean, it may not get the attention that it needs because, it's not in the right place for it to look like what it is, but what the inherent qualities are still there. This is why, for me, I always tell them, I will show you better than I can tell you. Just watch how I move, man. If you don't believe it, okay. Now you know that's on you. Just stay by your phone, baby. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Same thing. And if you either or, then you're missing out on some good shit. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm a collector of fine arts. Golds are gold to me. That's why I can't like what? So you mean to tell me like everybody else is lying, just one book is telling the truth? And here's the crazy shit. You haven't even read any of these other books, nor do you know what they talk about, where they came from, nor do you even know the one you claim to be the best book. You don't even know nothing about it. And here's mind control. This is why people who are under mind control, they don't even know it. That's why if you know you're stupid, man, you're very smart, bro. If you know you're stupid, you're very smart. Do you see what I'm saying? Because just to know that alone, and when you know that, I know when you know you're stupid. I know for me at least, there was a time, a point in time, as I was examining myself, right? I was going through my little process, and then I used to notice that, I would have a conversation with somebody, then I would catch on certain things a few hours later. I'm saying, or a few days later. Shit, even today, there's a couple of things I'm still waking up to, but it's a little bit different, right? There's always things that you are not like awake to. That is an aspect of yourself that you need to awaken. Do you see what I'm saying? But till you become aware of that, it's being translated as maybe you didn't see it or you didn't get what they were saying, but there's a lack of awareness on your end. I know because shit. You know what I mean? Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm the wounded warrior, man. I'm not speaking, you know what I'm saying? We're not being victim here. We're just telling you, hey man, this is how it is. When Jesus tell you to pick up your cross, man, this is not a victim mentality, man. This is telling you, hey, listen, man, you got to pick up your good and your bads, man, your experiences, everything. Hmm. And you don't drop that motherfucker neither. This is why consciousness too, here's something else. Ah, it's a little bit deep, but a lot of people don't understand. God, man, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk about that too. But anyway, so now, do you see what I'm saying? How, choosing one side, you don't, you're missing out on the full picture. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what you also see in is the actual, the good versus evil, the positive versus the negative. Even in our culture, like the whole thing with dating and relationship, man. Like when I want to entertain myself, I like, let me see what this nigga got to say. They became expert at telling each other how to. They become expert at making you a one-sided person. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. They will teach you how different men and women are. Then they become expert at making those differences, but never how we come together. Their reaction is not that because they don't see it from the full picture. And this is what the bottom line of this conversation is. This is why you need pain, opposition, the wisdom of opposition. You got to have it. Like the number one thing, like me being broke, what that did, man, it gives me clarity, nigga. Just like they say, like sometimes, if you always have money, man, like I know for me, like $100 was nothing. But I got to a point where, nigga, $1 was everything. You like, but when you always have it, do you see what I'm saying? Not having it wasn't punishment for me, nor do you see what I'm saying? But it was an eye opener for me. It gives you clarity. Opposition, that's why you need to have both. And they are two sides of the same coin. When you understand that, and that's what you see in life. To make success, I mean, shit, you nigga, if you don't plant anything, you're not gonna eat. Then you wanna eat? Well, go hunt, nigga. That's what these niggas was hunting. Today, you go to work. It's just the way it goes. And then you have other people now, they do what they do. That's why they go to jail. Some people don't want to plant their own shit, fucking shit. They think somebody else is supposed to do it for them. And that's pretty much, the underlying, the essence of, and that goes deep. And if you understand, like, I mean, shit, if everything's mental, then you're truly dealing with their mentality. This is why you have to understand the wisdom of ignorance. Here's something else too. For you to have the full picture, you got to see it from different angles. This is why debates, a lot of this shit that, what I'm saying, they create traffic, but there's nothing in it. Opposition, niggas talking about marriage. Oh, which one would you do? Which one's better? Like, yeah, but if you had to choose which one would you go? Like, all of that setup is build up to build conversation, but there's nothing else behind it. Because at the end of the day, I mean, this is you are your essence is fucking complex. You are the beginning and the end. You are the way you are multi-dimensional. Good and bad, they play. Like even if you're working out, well, you're gonna have to burn these muscles, and then when you wake up, oh, I like that. Oh, look at my, well, guess what you're doing? So when you understand that, this is what I meant by being on understanding God's language or the mental aspect of the world or the universe. So when you do that, now you put yourself on that frequency. And that frequency, when you know your nature, and this is what now that's gonna it's gonna show into the life that you're living in. This is where now you're gonna have compassion for others. Now you bearing other fruit because now you are being born of the spirit. But you needed to see both sides of the coin. That's what it does. That's the birth. That's the benefit. That's the underlying thing that's taking place when you embrace. This is what true harmony is, by the way. And that's how you become as perfect as God is. Nothing to do with being flawless. And guess what happens? That's how I'm able to have compassion for others too. You fall, that's fine, man. It's okay. Get yourself back up, nigga. Shit, you better. You see what I'm saying? Now it's manifested that in this perspective. And there was a lot of shit too, man. Then for me, there was always a certain elders I always used to love, but I didn't know it was a part of me that I used to love. It was me. I always knew the man that I wanted to be, but I never knew what it was gonna take for me to become that. But I became that though. Now I know what it took. You know what I'm saying? Like in Haiti, we have this saying. There's a little pig that asks mommy pig, "Hey, why is your nose so long?" You know what I'm saying? I think there's a different name that they have for their nose, but anyway, but just bear with me. And then mother replies, "Well, son or daughter, you as you get older, you see for yourself." You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of shit I love, nigga. You'll see it for yourself as you get older, man. Mm. Boy, let me tell you something, man. I tap into some of my Haitian ancestors, man. The talk is different. Them niggas, oh man, I love it. How do you think people develop patience in life? It's through opposition. So when you see a nigga who's cool, down to earth, man, we gotta keep, it's through denial, baby, and keep on going. You know what I'm saying? When you see Jesus looking fly, you're like, gee, Jay, yo, what's up, man? How you? It's like, yo, man, you gotta carry your cross, baby. He gave you the game right there, man. I mean, that's what it comes with, man. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I wish I could lie to you, man. I wish I could tell you all this, you know what I'm saying? There's little sounds that motherfuckers are listening to, opera, spirituality. Oh my God. Nah, nigga. Nah. You know what I'm saying? It's Abraham having his only son and having the, God said, what's up? Like, God, I'm ready. Yeah, it's that type of shit, man. hmm hmm What do you think this was? And this is why you cannot, and your purpose is not to remove obstacles. And the wise ones, we welcome obstacle, nigga, because you need that. There's no fucking distraction. It's you. When you choose you, man, the whole world could be burning, nigga. Yeah, it's you. I'm thinking I should create a course how to suck your own dick, because I'm a pro at that. Well, we have part two, how swallow your cum, but that's down the line. One step at a time, please. Take it easy, man. Slow it down. Slow it down. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. You can't do with nothing without you, bro. You're not gonna focus. There's nothing you can do, man, without you. So if you don't see the value in you, what can I do? I mean, what can I say, man? It's all good. Even that's true. And here's where a lack of higher state of mind too, man. Because the mind that's hurting itself doesn't see it. And that's truly the underlying understanding of hurting people. They're hurting themselves more, but they don't even know that they're hurting themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? You never see them that come to watch me just to get pissed off, nigga. Like, what would you do that to you? Like, it's fascinating to me, man. I don't know. Like, wow, that must be a superpower of yours. It's amazing. Like, I can't, I'm trying to get the full perspective of that on that one. You see, even with that one, I'm not even being one-sided. I'm like, oh, I'm open to, what's on the other side of that. You feel me? But anyway, man, going back to this is why you don't want to remove obstacle. And that goes a long way too, because a lot of us, as we know the truth now, even with your son or with your family, we become overprotective, man, which is so disrespectful to the divine, by the way, and to yourself too. You know what I'm saying? Who are you to deny somebody else from going through their own fucking experience, bro? That's gonna help them to grow. And this is why a lot of people may not understand the wisdom behind this. But Eddie Murphy said the best advice is no advice, bro. Mm. He just hit me with the monk shit, huh? Mm. Fuck you, Eddie. It's my nigga, though. I love this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, and it's nothing wrong. We all got, you need that. Now, I will give you gems. That's exactly what I'm doing here. And ironically, that's what I've been doing all my life, man. I've been on my mission. Listen, man, I mean, I'm just taking it public now. That's all this is. I'm making it known. You know what I'm saying? These are my people. Now I'm giving you my own testimony after, what I've seen, man. Coming down that mountain, giving you those commitments. Hmm, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Hmm. Mm. Damn, I'll be all over the place, but it's all needed. But what you truly need to pay attention to here is the underlying message. I'm truly trying to get you, to open up your mind a little bit. Check out that other perspective, man. Like, just see what it looks like. Shot. Give it a shot. So now to adopt that Godhead mentality is to align yourself with the universe, meaning you're already doing that, but now you become on that higher frequency. Now, on a mental frequency, you become in alignment with the universe. And this is now, as you do that, you have adopted that Godhead mentality. And now this is that which will be reflected into your life, my friend. You know, you become what you eat, bro. You are not what you eat. You become what you eat, bro. This is how you operate. This is why they tell you to, what I'm saying, don't hang out with bad people because you're going to turn out one of them. That's just the way it goes. Again, those are the laws that you need to know. Those are the gems that you need to live by. Those are the keys that you got to have. These truths will help you to have a solid foundation. Then you live your life on those foundations, man. And that's what it is to be a man of God. Not you're not I'm not just testifying this verbally, but it's also being seen in my action, in who I am. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, they cast a lot of oh man, they throw a lot of stone at me, bro. Just because they refuse to look at themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why for me it can never be personal. How is it gonna be personal, bro? You're doing this to yourself, man. And I'm just a witness of that. I'm like, oh my God. Oh wow. Wow. Now that has nothing to do with me, man. You can't put me in your bullshit, bro. Nah, this is my movie. You go by what I say, man. Nah, man. I don't dance with no music, man. I dance by our own music. You know what I'm saying? This is how you start to prep yourself. I'm giving you a couple tips before you start sucking your dick. I'm a master at that. I got you. Or if you eat your pussy too, whatever you got, I got you. You gotta eat that shit yourself, nigga. So now you can clearly see society, culture pertaining to your mental has an impact on how you see things. They can put you in a box, and yes, they're all boxes. Political arena boxes. You know what I'm saying? Those it's another form of entertainment too, but more on the serious side. These are jokers. Oh my God! You know, hey, all right, good. I always thank them for saving me. Thank you, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you can't talk to me about accountability when you're not taking care of your own life. You know what I'm saying? There's just nothing accountable about, you know what I'm saying, no political shit you're gonna tell me when your own personal life is not in fucking alignment. You know what I'm saying? Clean your house first. Then, you know what I'm saying, you come back and talk that political shit. Anyway, because you always have a few of these stupid motherfuckers too, man. Because I know for me, I remember, I met this, that was doing my and those I was in college at that time, and she was actually in pre-law. Oh my God, this bitch gave me a whole lecture on how. I think and I'm looking, I see why you're in the fucking justice system. You're gonna bring justice. You're fighting. I get it now, but there's nothing wrong with that though. She just couldn't see a higher side of it. And just like anything else, man, there's another thing you had to transmute. And like, oh, that was a learning thing for me too. That was a great opposition too. It was another study case for me. It's like you put yourself in a box where you're not even aware of a higher state of consciousness. You see what I'm saying? This is why the design is not meant. This is why in the occult world, we tell you Earth, it's a bridge, meaning it's not a place for you to build. Your problem, they're not meant to have answers. They are meant, the answer is for you to have clarity. That's the true power when you look beyond, or the power of opposites. It helps you to become whole. This is where you reconcile. You have put all your different pieces together. Whether from the people that you love, the things you had to learn. This is all of these transformation that you're going through, and you collecting a few of your pieces together. The people that you love, that's why they tell you, hey, follow what you love too, because it's doing you. Anything you do is doing you. So how do you master you? Do you see what I'm saying? So this is when you would have to master the men within, and to successfully excavate that man out. You feel me? I'm doing too much. But I'm a whole lot. What you want me to do? Yeah, it's like that, man. Oh, fuck. Fecaca. Fecaca. Mm-hmm. Fecaca and expecting to get good shit out of it. Bad farmers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, delusional. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have people who are hurting other people, praying God to save them. To partake in doing and hitting, like, in hurting innocent people. It's crazy, man. Shit's crazy. But anyway, so now we were talking, yeah, so those are the gems, the understanding, the life principles that you need now to know and to adjust yourself to. So as you know in these truths, that's why you need to invite the seven hermetic principles. All is mental. The law of correspondence, the law of vibration, the law of gender. Gender is everywhere. You cannot get rid of gender. A man is not a female, and a female is not a man or woman, however the fuck you want to put it. Again, when they come together, the bigger picture. That's why they tell you, like, that's why, well, at least for me, having money, not having money is the same thing. Not quite the same thing, but if you see what I'm, catch my drift for a second. Of course, it's not the same thing, but in terms of, the bigger picture, when you see it from a bigger perspective, that's when, having money now, you're not gonna fall for the trap. You're not gonna fall for the bullshit. When you know your value, even if you have $1 million, bro, that's not how you're gonna go into identify yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what they've been trying to tell you too, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z became a billionaire. He doesn't, do this other things that other niggas were actually doing. It's a state of mind. It's the way it goes, man. Like for me, this is how what I fuck with. You think $1 million gonna change this? Come on, man. Come on. I'm more expensive than that, baby. I'm too expensive, man. I'm way expensive than that. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you have a number, man, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be small, regardless what the number is. If you got a number, man, it's not enough for me. You don't have my number. Okay? If you have a number, you don't have my number. I'm saying. So you're gonna have to embrace the mystery too, nigga. We're living dangerously. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all them dreads, man. You already know. But anyway, now going back to now, what I'm saying? That's why you got to see the bigger picture. You see in the bigger picture, that's when you become the illuminated one. Now you're able to see past the obstacles, meaning the obstacle are not stopping you now. They become your footstool. You stepping on them. That's what you go through. Like, okay, yeah, I needed that, bro. Even for me, shit, nigga. When my shit comes out, man, my nigga. Even you be like, damn, nigga, you took all that shit in the fucking chin? Yeah, nigga. Right. Yeah, I got a strong chin, baby. No, man. Got a strong chin, man. You got to, man. I mean, it builds over time, but and here's something else too. This is why you know how they tell you never know how strong you are too until you go through shit. Then you understand. Listen, all of this shit is open you up. It's not, to truly know it's not against you, you really got to go through it. But I mean, it's gonna be painful, but it is what it is, man. Then you understand the meaning of Jesus being under that tree, man. That, what is it, Gethsemane tree? Damn, Lord, that's what I gotta go through, man. Having the vision, you're like, hey, man, that's what it is. That's what we all gotta do. You know what I'm saying? God asked me to sacrifice my kids, man. I stood up, man. I'm ready. But God always has a way of, you know, and even that, people would say is testing you. Again, it's different. It's different perspective. But as I attain that level now, for me, it's part of the process. Those opposition plays a big part. and a true manifester, a true magician, you know. That's why you are the magic. The transformation is you. At the end of the day, that's how you truly grow from being, a young man or a young child to a young or to a man. You know what I'm saying? The man has nothing against the young child, but now I am a man though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let niggas know. Oh man, you're dealing with a child side of me. Now you're dealing with the real me. And just so you know too, this me was always behind the other me. We all one, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm never alone, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Violent joke, but you gonna shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Now the lady I was raised with, she's a kitchen witch. You feel me? But mm-mm. E pa manje manje, ranger ranger koutou e chwa chit. Ou kon sa li deja? Mhm. Before I let you guys know, man, we gotta. Yo, I'm wilding. I'm wilding. Mm. Hmm. You gotta be careful, man. You don't want to eat from anybody, though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. Really, we're talking about the science. The essence of everything I'm talking about here is the science of opposition, opposites, good and evil. They are one. You know what I'm saying? You need a little bit of evil for you to be good, bro, or vice versa. And no one is just one thing or strictly one thing. You may be predominantly this, but then again, the goal here is not to why would you suppress the other side of you knowing that there's other side to you? What are we really afraid of? But anyway, so now going back to yeah, man, I think I pretty much touched on anything, man. Because right now I, I want some bullshit now, man. I don't know. Should I start talking shit? I don't know. Let me chill. Let me chill. Let me chill. But let's just conclude, right? Let's summarize everything here. Oh, and I didn't even talk about. I mean, listen, man. It's all connected, right? So again, for you to become the true Illuminati, become Christ-like, you would have to become in harmony with you. Your emotions and your thoughts must be in alignment. Then at that point, the vision is in alignment. It's super sharp. That's what you want. It's almost like if your mental is over here, what I'm saying, and it's your emotion is over here. No, 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 no. You don't, or vice versa. You want them to become like this. They become aligned. You see what I'm doing here? Am I aligning correctly? That's what you need. And when you do it like that, now you could see that's what being emotional intelligence is. You don't remove your intelligence, but you through your emotion, you understand emotions, and that has a lot to do with the feminine energy, part of the nurturing. I understand. Tell me, what's wrong, nigga? Okay, okay, get the fuck out of here. But anyway, yeah. So then now, this is why spirituality, man, is a practical thing, guys. It's very practical. It's the manual to your well-being, anybody's well-being, regardless of what your beliefs are. This is how you truly become in alignment with yourself and the higher self. And again, then you realize, I have something to do with, I have a little bit of something to do. I may not control my fucking environment, but I can control myself. That's how you weather the storm. And truly, that's all you can do. So you have something to do with anything. That's why even if somebody smack you, you can walk away or you could smack back. But depending on how the training that you got, you're going to have either or automatic response to respond back to them. And this is what I see. That's why hurt people, but they truly hurting themselves. But they can't see, they think they're hurting that other people, but it's truly who they are that they're hurting more. They are projecting their hate. This is why for you, I know for me, I know how to transmute that fucking energy. You let them exhaust themselves. I already don't give a fuck. But I have nothing to give a fuck about, too. What is there for me to give a fuck about somebody else's fucking shit that got nothing to do with me? The fuck? Since when? What? Nah, man. Hey. Uh, ah. Excuse me. Pakakala. Kakalaba. Okay? You don't take a shit over here. Go over there. This is my space. Hmm. Don't worry. No shit is being taken over here. That's why your opinion don't matter. Since when? Since when did it matter? Are you kidding me? Joking, aren't you? Jokester. That's all they are, man. Jokesters, man. They just playing themselves out. Unbelievable. I have to see it for myself, man. If somebody would have told me that, I would never believe that shit. And it's true. Just mind your business, man. You'll be all right. But anyway, um, and something as simple as that, sometimes yourself even stop you from seeing that. Do you see how a lot of people may think you see things and then you don't see nothing? And it's happening live. It's taking place as you think you may know. That's why awareness, awakening is the name of the game. This is why they tell you the beginning of all knowledge is to know you have none. That in it. Do you understand that? People always say it, but I don't think they understand that, man. And then when you start to see one thing, and then all of it become one. And then Socrates told you a fucking unexamined life is not worth living. But how do you examine life if you're not being critical of you? What are you examining? What are you looking at? In other words, you're carrying your own cross, dealing with your own fucking emotions and your mental. That's your fight. Until these two become together, you can even get a good fucking relationship. And that's what we see. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about relationship, so people can see, because that's what relationships, a lot of, the marriages are, man. This is crazy. Here's something else too. When I was talking about culture, understanding people's state of mind and the culture that you're in, we justify relationship through marriage. Well, if he loves you, he would have married you. Just to find out that marriage has nothing to do with love. You see how crazy that is? You know what I'm saying? Because the minute yeah, hey man, there's documentation. That's why even in my case, just to give you a little bit of insight, motherfuckers acted like they fucking married me and shit. To show you, those legal documents, name and all that shit. Once you're doing all that shit, and that's why they're going down for fraud too. But anyway, that's besides the point. But I'm telling you, like, that's what the legal system is. I mean, you legalize, I mean, it has nothing to do with nothing. You're just legalizing shit. And when you understand that, that's why in other cultures, they have arranged marriage because they know it has nothing to do with love. See, there you go. You got to change the perspective. Learn about other cultures to open up your own mind. They're not suppressing love. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna get married, they understand marriage. It's a business. Who's going to negotiate for you if it's not somebody who has the experience? Isn't that why you hire a lawyer? Then now, when you all get married, that's why the dad want to know, hey man, what do you have? What you don't have? You know what I'm saying? All that kind of shit, man. Because that's exactly what you're getting yourself into. That's why a bitch who married you didn't have any money and divorced you. That's what Eddie Murphy was trying to tell you niggas, man. Be careful, man. So again, what the fuck that has to do with love, bro? But we justify. Do you see how this like if this is not chaotic to you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like now that's why you got to be yourself. Living for others, you're fucked automatically. There's no way around that. The minute you're not sucking your dick or you're not eating your pussy, you out of the game. You're not even in the game. You just a follower now. Go right, go left. You know what I'm saying? You're exploring the options that were already given to you. You're not a free thinker. You don't have freedom of thought. So therefore, you are not educated. But you definitely have a few degrees. Again, a bunch of one-sided perspectives. Because true wisdom, man, like knowledge doesn't, it's all one. It's the experience. That's why we call you a scientist. In the occult, we call each other scientists because we understand the experiment is us. The wisdom behind you understanding the opposition and welcoming good and evil in your life or pain and whatever the fuck because it gives you a higher clarity. And as you can see, opposition is all around us, just like gender is all around you. Even in gay couple, there's gonna be a bitch that is the stud, or if the gay guy is gonna be a guy that is the man. You cannot get rid of gender, bro. It's everywhere. But the idea of it is that it comes together. It doesn't. It's not to become ex. It's man. Woo. So therefore, when you don't think in, when you don't have, oh man, when you don't think and you don't see things as a whole, then you become one-sided. And the consequences that comes from being one-sided, that's what we're seeing in our society. That's the war. That's eating from the tree of good and evil. That's you saying this is good, this is bad, like you need both, man. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like a lot of us too, man. You know, when I listen to the Christians too, like the what they're aiming, I mean, it's they're all right because they're not looking at them being on a God level. It's a behavior thing. So their God is only there to guide them on how to act better. And they always gonna have that struggle because that's not the way you do it. That's why you have to learn the codes. The true ethical person is not shit. It's the person who really don't give a fuck, but yet they're really ethical. Meaning not giving a fuck. They're not doing, I'm not acting to show you I'm a good person. You know, the true ethical person, you're a good person when nobody's looking. That's what makes your essence good, isn't it not? And to get to know somebody too, you want to know. It's when nobody's looking. Like, who the fuck is you? And again, that goes also, it's also, that's why you have to understand the mental aspect of this. This is why everything is mental. So for me to know you, I got to know the mental part of you. And this is that truth. This is the wisdom too behind when the little boy told Neo, instead of you, when they say the spoon does not exist, instead of you trying to bend, you know what I'm saying, unless you change your reality. That's technically what he was saying. You know, it's not bending the spoon when you're saying the spoon doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? When we talking about it's attaining a higher level when like that when you understand the spirit in everything, then everything becomes spiritual to you. That's what we're saying. You're not neglecting the physical, but you transcend it automatically without, you know what I'm saying? It's this, nah. When you know what I'm saying? Now you eating from the tree of good and evil. I mean, you eating from the tree of life. And again, the wisdom of embracing opposition goes a long way because ultimately it's also helping you to become in alignment with you. This is why you need to understand that. This is how you become in alignment. Your lower self now becomes in alignment with your higher self. These are the steps, the principles that you are learning, so that way that can happen. That's again, I strongly recommend the Kabbalion as a beginning tool, but not just a beginning tool, but a true eye opener that would help you to just switch, help you with that switch. And the way we do it, by the way, just so you understand, it's just by giving you a deeper understanding of what you're already looking at. When I'm telling you about the knowledge of opposition here, It's nothing new or it's nothing that you don't see, but it's just your understanding of what you see that's fucking you up. This is why you become in your own way. And that's what you're not aware of. This is why now us as spiritual healer, we're trying to get you to be aware of what? Your fucking subconscious mind. Start there, nigga. Then as you become aware of that, then you now know there's a higher side of your, this is now you start dealing with your dark side. It starts there. And by the way, this is what the people who use energy weapon, that's what they understand. That's why they attack you in the ether. That's what they understand. So therefore, they have a better grasp on reality when you are being a child, meaning either you're looking at that as, I don't know, superficial or, you know what I'm saying, oh, it's bad or none of that shit. It's all to your disposal, bro. How are you gonna use it, man? Because not using it, mm, I mean, shit, do you even know? Obviously, you don't know who you are. I mean, you also like when you're talking about manifesting all of that, just so you guys know, your manifestation, your confirmation, those are a spell that you're casting. The only difference is that's why I tell people you only cast spell on yourself. You never do it on nobody else. Because now you're breaking divine rules. Just like we have our human rights, now you're breaking somebody else's divine rights. And you know, there are consequences with that. You know, that's why, you know what I'm saying? You respect the power and respect yourself. It's okay. Either way. I will show you better than I can tell you. You know? And if you have not seen nothing so far, oh shit, I got more coming for you. Trust and believe. There's no way out. But okay. Okay. You playing. Not playing on this side though. Think it's a joke. Okay. Okay. Just because you see me laughing, huh? Okay. I'm the most laughing, serious motherfucker, man. But, you know, it's all good though. You know, now this is when you're projecting yourself on me. You know, man, I'm gonna wake you up. Don't worry. Keep projecting. And I'm gonna keep waking you up. You know, even when it might be too late for you. But that's on you though. You know, it only shows what it takes for you to wake up. Damn, homie. I'm saying I thought you were the man, homie. The fuck happened to you, homie? Okay, you know what I'm saying? You trying to squeeze my nuts? I have at it. I open up my arms and my legs. Have at it. You know what I'm saying? You do want to teach me a lesson? Have at it. I'm always good for some. I'm always open to learn. Always. I'm always good for that too, man. So let's learn. Please teach me more. Teach me more. I have an appetite for learning. Obviously, I wouldn't be here. So teach me more, man. I'm always up for some lessons. I never pass on no good lessons, man. Mm-hmm. You got it. I'll take it. Know that. Show you better than I can tell you. But anyway. Mm-hmm. Thought that was a game. Okay. Well, let's play this. We're playing the game. Now, you know what I'm saying? They put me in a game that I didn't even know I was playing. And they lost the game. I got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. But anyway, yeah. So adopting a Godhead mentality is understanding the mental aspect of the universe, how it works, and what makes this an illusion is that that's why if you think, okay, if you want this, you can't just grab it this way. That's why you need the code to get this. You want love? Oh, nigga, love yourself and do the things that you love too. Because you do the things that you love, you find the one that loves you. Because through your art, to whatever the fuck. This is why you see niggas like Michael Jackson. I mean, niggas like me. I'm not gonna get pussy for being spiritual, nigga. But you know what I mean. Throw some spiritual pussy at me. Well deserved. You know what I'm saying? Get some spiritual pussy over here, man. Bring it, ladies. Let me get some of that spiritual pussy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm wilding. Um, you know, you, you get the point, right? That's the whole point. You do what you love, man. You find the people that love you, man. You feel me? But but it start with and then and then you just go from there. You go from there, but those are, and that's what the Kabbalion does. When you understand the law of gender correspondence, and I've talked about this rules, those before in the past, you know, but it's like a deeper understanding of it that I'm trying to give you, and this is how, for me, the Kabbalion, I get to wake up on different layers on that shit. And this is what I'm telling you now. The self mastery, of course. I think they did mention that, but when you truly understand the rule and those laws and how they apply to your life, because what you're doing is now you're giving them life. By you waking up to them, now you're becoming aware of your power, of what, what I'm saying, what's around you, because we're blind to it. You're opening up your spiritual eye. That's when you need to do your third eye. That's when meditation comes in. But you have to understand what you're doing for all of that to make sense. Again, for me, that's why spirituality is practical. This is not, what I'm saying? Like, that's why, nigga, I smoke, I drink, I smoke. Like, therefore, this is what I'm truly telling you, nigga. Like, you're not gonna be here because it's got to be the lesson. I don't need your likes. I don't need your, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna be here for you know what I'm saying? I mean, you could definitely chill. Right? Nigga, listen, I'm a real nigga for sure. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You're always gonna get something here. You welcome here. I don't want you to get this fucked up. But underneath it all, what do you think this is? That's what we're saying. Everything's welcome, but I know why I'm here, nigga. Let's put it this way. You know what I mean? Like we said, I'm not wearing this pants just because it looks good, nigga. It gotta fit me too, man. It gotta fit you, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't wear just, you know what I'm saying? Because this is just that if it doesn't fit you, man. What's Versace if it doesn't fit you, nigga? Nothing. All right? So put your things in order. Respect the creator, man. Respect God. But most importantly, respect yourself. You follow what I'm saying? Don't making me mad, all right? Start talking some shit. Don't make me mad, nigga. Stop pulling your ear and shit. You know what I'm saying? You grab me by the ear like you fucking around. Stop doing that. Nah, man. Feel me? But anyway, opposition. That's, and this is how the Kabbalion, for lack of better terms, is really helping you to adapt a Godhead mentality. by helping you to understand the law of the universe and how that correlate to you. Now, once you understand that, then that energy, that understanding is going to grow inside of you. Just like the seeds, just like what I'm talking about here, you know what I'm saying? Like it happened to me, and it depending on what kind of soil, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, gotta stay loyal to the soil. If your soil is that solid, then it's gonna grow. And you walk a motherfucker, just you know what I'm saying? Just keep doing the work. Pass it on to someone else. Because that's what we're doing. We're serving each other. I'm just your teacher's teacher. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So send your teachers over here and then learn from them, okay? Or if you're strong enough yourself, bring yourself. It's all good. Everybody's accepted. But anyway, so again, so now you learn these principles because all is mental, and it also help you to step into a different frequency, meaning a different way of looking at life, and there's also energy that comes with that. So going back to what I was telling you, man, the price I had to pay to be this good looking, man, listen, man, it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I paid for my beauty, nigga. You know, I always used to love, you know what I'm saying? Like, used to see those elders, man. Like, how do you do it, man? You know, so calm with the wisdom. You know, I had a couple of those. I always see myself in them. You know what I'm saying? And they always saw that in me too. So that's why when I always used to have questions, because I always wanted to sit among them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? That's why the minute I hit the fucking ground, man, I was seeking for wisdom. I knew I needed to get my oxygen, man. I knew I needed to feed myself. But the people I was raised with, man, they just didn't know the mission. They think what I was doing was going to benefit them, instead, because their art is confusion. That's what illusionists do. But the closer they look, the more they didn't see nothing. I gotta say, and that's why the only thing they did that I really love is that they hide me in public. I love that, because obviously I hid myself, and I hid myself from them too. You know what I'm saying? So that was a clever move. That was the only move they did that reflected me, and I love that. I'll give you points for that. I love it. So it's funny. I used to feel like I have this twin, but it's not really a twin. Now I definitely got it. So because I was illegally adopted, they changed my name. But this is my name's still out there, man. What's up, nigga? Where you at? Are we coming together or what? What's up, dog? He's looking for me. I'm coming. Don't worry, man. We never were separated. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like they made grave mistakes. They went to the Kafu for me, man. The corner, man. Who do you think they're gonna ask to do anything to me, man? Papa Alik Bauer. That's my nigga. You asking who? Who's gonna help you, man? Those are my niggas. I don't think you understand, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really mean that. Like, yeah. Well, like I told him, man, I will show you better than I can tell you. Ah, shit. You think this is a game I'm buying here, like just to play, huh? Huh? Nah, baby. Uh-uh. 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 Grave mistakes. Grave mistakes. I'm saying, don't worry. I'm saying, I told you guys, I will be with you along the way. I am the priest, This is your eulogy. I already told you that. We're going along the way together. You're not by yourself. You thought I was by myself? Don't worry about me. I'm with you. That's all you need to know. Okay? So don't worry. Just be patient. Sooner or later, you know what I'm saying? It's happening. It's got. Hey, listen. What you think it's not gonna happen? Oh, okay. All right. I, what do you think's gonna happen for me, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, y'all got a lot of pride. Yo, they set up the plan they had for me was just, I don't know. Like, wow. Okay. It's good to know. You know, the, it's gonna play out for you, baby. Not for me. That's not the plan I had for me. Nor the universe had for me, obviously. But have no fear. God works in mysterious ways. You, above all people, should know that by now. So you getting the gospel, I'm giving it to you up in person. If nobody else knows, you know. And this is the beauty of it. Even, what I'm saying, I'm still giving you the word, man. You know what I'm saying? As I'm throwing those flowers, you know. I'm the priest at your eulogy. You got it all fucked up, man. That's I tell him, save your fake tears that you was gonna, what I'm saying, in front of my kids, and then you're gonna be like, fuck this nigga, we got him, huh? Save all that. You not gonna use that. Listen, you're gonna have the true tears, and that's gonna be for you. You probably have them already. Those are better. You could save the theatrics. You know what I'm saying? Hey, enjoy, man. Hey, those are your fruit of your labor. Why you want me to eat the fruit of your labor? What that has to do with me? Don't worry. I know it's not for me. I got you. Man, you're not shitting on this side, nigga. You're gonna go on that side. This is my property. You heard? You ain't stealing that neither, by the way. Hmm. But now going back to, and just so you guys know, especially, and I know a lot of these things could be a little bit random for a lot of you guys, but this is all part of the mystery, man. This is, I'm saying, let's just roll with the punches. We rolling with the punches, baby. But now going back to what matters here, again, even that is opposition. That opposition, I needed that. It forges me. I excavated myself through fire, nigga. Like truly, you see how? Okay, you guys probably don't know, but in Haiti we have like when people say "sac passe na boule," I'm really not boule, man. And that means, by the way, it's not literal. It simply means I'm radiating, shining. So when niggas ask me what's up, that's what's up, nigga. I'm sun shining, nigga. You can never take my shine away, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what they tell you, man. Hey, what God gives you, you can't. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, listen. You're gonna have to admire it from afar, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Beauty is beauty in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you can never like all you could do is learn patterns. No intelligence in that. The pattern will never be the same, nigga. Not if you're a true magician. But anyway, dummies, you're all needed too. Here's a bigger form of opposition that for your self development that is also needed. Your haters. Your haters help you to believe more in yourself. That's what they don't know. If they knew that, but they can't help themselves anyway, they gave you more strength. I know for me, it does. And that's why they tell you too. People don't hate on you because you got nothing. What? You know what I'm saying? Like even people don't even attack you if they you saying I'm nothing. What do you need here? Why are you using my name? You stealing my money? Like, but yet I ain't shit. If I ain't shit, why are you chasing after somebody who ain't shit? This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? If that's not, it's not. If that's not crazy, I don't know what crazy is. Even that's needed too. You know, and the good part of being insane too, the opposition is needed because the opposition gives you clarity. That's why they tell you your pain is your best teacher. So therefore, when you start to truly wake up to that, meaning you understand it and it becomes part of your life, then automatically your reaction to something bad or you're not in control of, you will automatically be open to it. Then now that's the practicality of God in your life, and you become godly and you acting godly at that point. Now you know how to weather the storm. Now you become the master of your circumstances instead of your circumstances become the master of you. Because now you've been born again of the Spirit. It's all about your functionality. It's reflecting you. That's why you ought to study yourself. You're higher. It's you. Like I wouldn't be able to tell you this if I didn't, if I didn't know it wasn't me. And that's how I know I am you, you me, Nick. The fuck? That's how I know. And this is why also it is a pleasure for me to serve you. Whoever the new you're giving birth to, as you're gonna come across this, or what you needed that somehow clicked for you, and yeah, and that shit is subliminal too, because there's a portal that I know what I'm. Oh man, get this medicine. See, as a seer, I know I'm giving out sights. But that eye opening, it could open up different avenues in your the bottom line is you welcoming that, acknowledging that, and nourishing that. And you grow from there, man. Don't worry about it, man. It's on the house. It's on the house. I understand. I understand. I love you too, man. I love you too, baby. Come on, man. This has got to be love. How else would I be here, man? I'm expensive, man. I told you. It's got to be love. Hmm. And the attainment of that higher self, man. The true Illuminati, being the light of the world. Hmm. This is why you need to adapt, or you need the Holy Spirit, that higher level of seeing things, which is not the original thing that was given to you, or even as a child, as you growing, then you don't have that proper vision. This is why in our spiritual system now, in voodoo or in Africa or whatever the fuck, then you have your initiation that would open up. In voodoo, we have that it's called lavite, meaning you washing your head, but really it's an opening up of your third eye. See, again, it has nothing to do with what it's being categorized for. This type of knowledge is never talked about unless if you know and you know. But that's what I realized. This is why people would tell you, you're looking at voodoo or your interpretation of it is from Hollywood. Energy weapons been used ever since humanity was humanity. Cain and Abel, ever since there was hate and jealousy, and then who we are is spirit. So if you know how to use or manipulate certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like the name voodoo got nothing to do, or voodoo witchcraft, it had nothing to do with that. That's why you'll see in every culture there's always been, for lack of better term, statues or idols when you don't understand the proper meaning of it. So that shit always been around, man. As long as I mean, this that's why I'm telling you guys, man. You gotta know who you are. When you're afraid of certain thing or witchcraft, that's like saying, you know what I'm saying, like you don't want to be yourself because other people are using who they are to hurt other people. Nah, man. You use yourself to be you. That's why people fight. That's why you got to fight for love, man. That's why you have opposition. That's why we are warriors, fighters, freedom fighters. The true freedom here, not marching, not what I'm saying. We're talking about of your true mental, who you are, your essence. And again, we sometimes, if I'm using a political example, like when I was talking about, the Democrat and Republican, this is for you to have a higher level of understanding, not to bash them, but for you to know and understand so you don't fall for that bullshit. They are both of them, you know what I'm saying? Like it's if you're a person, you got to be both. And if you truly care for the country, why divided? Are you not working for the same goal? Why not coming together? The opposition makes it better? Wow. Okay. I guess I learn something new every day. I guess that's why it's so good now, huh? I mean, if we're looking at the results, I mean, is that why it's so good now? Come on, man. Let's be serious, people. This is why too, when spirituality kicks in, it goes beyond all that shit. It's truly like that's why for me, when I'm talking about that kind of bullshit, it's truly educational purposes. Truly, truly. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas say, hey man, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not a physician, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's truly educational purposes because there's nothing else outside of that but my self-development, which I hope could be matters to you. Not my self-development, but your own self-development, nigga. And that's what it takes. And that's what it means by you cannot serve two gods neither. It's either it's gonna be your self-development, it's either you live for you or you're gonna live for other people. Which one is it? Either way, the choice is yours. And that's what you see. And that's where, what I'm saying, like, depending on how you want to label it, the spiritual war, and even the fights, it's about disagreement. All is mental. Even that war that appears to be physical, it's not even as physical as it appears to be. And this is what spirituality does by helping you to have that deeper understanding of the life you're already living. And as you're doing that, you really get to see how magical this life is. Oh, yes, it sure is. Yourself alone. You having to, you have to discover yourself. That's what makes it a journey. The development, the whatever, the growth, the whatever the fuck. That goes for all of us. I hope the way you started is where you at. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna grow from being a child to a man, well, I mean, there's got to be a massive transformation in your output on the same reality that you're looking at. So that reality is making you, and this is the underlying. This is why you don't build here, and you need opposition. A lot of the mistakes, and that's why I talked about, like the part that I was addressing generational wealth. Be careful with that. Don't fall for the material shit. I get it. Don't fall for it. This realm, you don't get rid of your problems. That's not why you're here. You're here to have a bigger awareness of what the problem is, which is you. Well, which is not necessarily saying that you are the problem or not, but the clarity that you're gonna get from the good and evil from the opposition, it's you being in touch with your higher self. This is why they call this Earth School. And your kids, they need to make mistakes. All you're doing is, and what our ancestors been doing, you give them the gems, so now they can fall back on it when they go through their own fucking opposition, which they will be going through. Like, hello, nigger, are you there? Yes. I know you're a good mother, a good father. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let the nigga fall, bro. You give him the jewels. You gotta give him the jewels. I mean, that's what the preparation is. That's what part of your duty too is. That's what we're doing. That's the ritual of baptism. We're letting the ancestors know we're taking on this responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That's when you pass down the culture, and I'm saying so they know whatever the fuck. But then again, you know, um, the wisdom, you're not here to solve answers. I mean, yes and no, but okay, what you need to solve is you. And the opposition is not about a specific answer, but the higher self, which is yourself. That's why those opposition gives you clarity. Having money, not having money, you need to have both, man. It's always when niggas don't have money to tell, hey man, I learned a lot, bro, including myself. So how do you how is that bad? So then now you automatically, when you start looking at things from that frequency, you automatically bypassing certain life challenges. And that's what God does for you. Now you're still gonna go through it, but now you got the stomach to endure it. And that's what Jesus did for you. Did Jesus endure? Gives you the stomach for you to endure your own shit, nigga. Not for you to fall short. Jesus did it for me. I'm good. No. Jesus did it for you. I mean, it was done. Get it done. How do you get on the other side? Saving you means it's already been done. You got the blueprint. Jesus did it. Why the fuck are you not gonna do it? Him doing it, that's what the purpose is, right? When they say the only son of God, so that way you have the strength. But the strength of what? If he did that for you, that mean what? You can do it yourself. Because I remember when during my church days, right? The way they used to put that story together, man. The only Son of God, man, who humble to show you how much He loves you. This is what He did, and then you're gonna show Him that you love Him by not doing what He did. Make that shit make sense. And you accepting His love is just do nothing. You accepting His precious love is for you to do nothing, huh? Okay, pimping. Oh, pimping Jesus out there, man. Jesus is crazy. It's crazy, man. The nerve of these niggas, but it is what it is. The people are perishing due to ignorance, a lack of wisdom. It was true then, as it is true now. If anything, it's truer now, especially living in an age of fucking information. See, that's why you cannot approach this from a logical perspective. I mean, the age of you would think motherfuckers would be smarter, huh? Information's all everywhere. Are people reading a lot more? And if they are, what is it that they're reading? I mean, you're so far lost, you worry about AI. You know what I'm saying? And my fucking GPS don't even work fucking correctly. Can we start with a better GPS before I worry about AI? Your GPS alone is fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Again, how are you looking at it? But it comes with who you are too, though. But anyway, coming to the end now, your opposition is needed, bro. You gotta have oppositions. But most importantly, they complement each other. And the underlying benefit is that it gives you a higher clarity. That's why they are both, I mean, the two sides of the same coin. So when you understand that, that's another way of self mastery. But most importantly, it's another way of you becoming whole with your higher self. Again, that opposition is playing out on different field, and so many things are taking place at once. Man, I mean, call it multi-dimensional. Or at least that's my understanding of it. Man, embrace the fucking experience, man. All right, so before I let you guys know, always remember, man, you can only be great at something. You can only be great at something you love. Those are jewels. Always take that with you. Put it in your pocket. Listen, regardless, man. Find somewhere to put it. If you don't have a pocket, people don't have to know what you got on you. You feel me? Put that shit like underneath your balls, nigga. Keep that shit with you no matter where you go. You can only be great at something you love. As a man thinketh, so he becomes. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh man, so many other wisdom, man. But you gotta check out my other things too, man. You know, uh the power of word, because it used to be to give is to receive. I mean, it's still that too. You know what I'm saying? These things, man, you gotta take them with you. All right. So with no further ado, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. No, you already know love is love. You know, that's it. Like shit. Mali.